Have you ever stood up after sitting for a while and felt that heavy, tingling, or numb sensation in your legs? Or maybe you've noticed your feet feeling colder than they used to, especially at night. You're not alone. And it's not just aging. It's often your body quietly telling you that your circulation isn't what it used to be. Now, let me ask you this. What if one simple vitamin could help change that? What if something as easy as adding a specific nutrient to your routine could help you walk farther, feel warmer, and even sleep better at night? I know it sounds too good to be true, but stay with me, because today we're diving into something that could change the way you feel every single day. If you're over 60, improving circulation in your legs and feet isn't just about comfort. It's about independence. It's about staying active, avoiding pain, and keeping your freedom. Poor circulation can lead to swelling, varicose veins, restless legs, and in more serious cases, wounds that don't heal well or even blood clots. But the good news, there are things you can do. And one of the most powerful tools might already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet. In this video, we're going to talk about a remarkable vitamin 1 that doctors are finally beginning to give the attention it deserves. We'll explore how it helps improve blood flow, reduce leg cramps, and even support your heart and brain at the same time. And don't worry, I'll show you how to get more of it through simple food choices and affordable supplements, without needing any extreme changes to your routine. But before we get into the science, let me ask you something else. Have you ever looked at your legs and feet and thought, why do they feel so heavy lately? Or maybe you've had trouble falling asleep because your calves won't stop twitching. For many seniors, this is just accepted as part of aging. But it doesn't have to be. In fact, studies show that nearly 1 in 3 adults over 50 experience some form of reduced circulation in the lower limbs, and most of them don't even know it. That fatigue, those cramps, the cold feet at bedtime, they're not just random. They're warning signs, and one of the most overlooked culprits? A deficiency in vitamin B3, also known as niacin. Yes, that's the one. Niacin. It's not flashy, it doesn't have a fancy name, and it doesn't cost a fortune. But it plays a critical role in your vascular health. It helps expand blood vessels, improve oxygen flow, and break down the bad cholesterol that can clog up your arteries over time. And when your blood flows better, everything changes from how your feet feel in the morning to how steady you feel on your evening walks. Now here's something that might surprise you. Did you know that up to 80% of seniors over 60 are not getting enough vitamin B3 in their daily diet? And without enough of it, your blood vessels start to constrict, making it harder for your heart to send blood to your legs, feet, and hands. That's why even gentle movement can feel like a chore. But when niacin levels are restored, the body responds almost like flipping a switch. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Michigan. She used to walk to the park every morning, rain or shine. But over time, she noticed her legs felt tired faster. She'd come home with swelling in her ankles and a burning feeling in her calves. Her doctor ran a few tests, and while everything seemed normal, Margaret still didn't feel like herself. Then, during a conversation with her daughter, who happens to be a nurse, they brought up niacin. Margaret added a low-dose supplement and started eating more niacin-rich foods like turkey, peanuts, and mushrooms. Just a few weeks later, she was walking again, not only longer distances, but with more energy and less pain. Now, this isn't magic, it's science. But it feels like magic when something so simple brings such big results. And here's what's really fascinating. Niacin doesn't just help circulation. It also supports brain function, reduces inflammation, improves cholesterol, and can even help lower blood pressure. It's like a multi-tool for your body, especially after 50, when your natural stores start to decline, and your body needs a little more support to function like it used to. And I know what some of you might be thinking. Isn't niacin the one that causes that flushing? Yes, in higher doses, niacin can cause a temporary warm sensation on the skin, often called a niacin flush. It's harmless but can feel intense for a few minutes. That's why it's best to start with food-based sources or extended release forms, which release slowly and minimize that reaction. And of course, always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, especially if you're on medication or have a heart condition. But let's come back to real life for a moment. You wake up, swing your legs over the side of the bed, and feel that familiar stiffness. Maybe your feet feel like blocks of ice, or your calves are sore before you even start walking. That's not how mornings should feel. Your legs should carry you, not burden you. And what's so encouraging is that small changes, like adding the right vitamin, can start turning that around in just a few weeks. Let's take a look at the kinds of foods that naturally boost your niacin levels. Because yes, while supplements are an option, food is always the foundation. Some of the best niacin-rich foods include chicken breast, turkey, salmon, brown rice, mushrooms, peanuts, green peas. And if you're someone who prefers plant-based options, lentils and sunflower seeds are also excellent choices. The trick is to make sure you're including at least one niacin-rich food in every major meal. It doesn't have to be complicated. A handful of peanuts with breakfast, some grilled mushrooms at lunch, and a piece of salmon or turkey at dinner can go a long way. Now, I want you to think back. Have there been times when you felt a strange numbness in your toes? Or had to wiggle your feet just to keep them warm under the covers? That's your body crying out for better circulation. And if we don't listen, these small discomforts can turn into bigger issues like varicose veins, blood pressure spikes, or even blood clots. But here's the silver lining. The body is incredibly resilient, especially when we give it the nutrients it needs. Niacin doesn't just support your arteries. It actually helps your body produce energy at the cellular level. That means more stamina, more mobility, and fewer of those dragging, sluggish afternoons that many seniors just chalk up to aging. And I want to pause for a moment to say this. If you've been feeling frustrated, tired, or just not like yourself lately, it's not your fault. The modern diet isn't designed for aging well. Many foods are stripped of their nutrients, and by the time we hit 60 or 70, the body needs more support to function like it used to. But it's never too late. The body can regenerate. It can heal. And yes, it can improve at any age. The secret to adding 10 healthy years to your life is simpler than you think. Watch till the end to discover it. Now, before we move on, let's go a little deeper into what poor circulation actually feels like, because it's not always obvious. Some people feel tingling or numbness. Others get leg cramps at night, or notice that their feet fall asleep faster when they sit. Swelling, cold toes, and even changes in skin color or temperature. These are all signs that your blood isn't flowing the way it should. And when that happens, your muscles don't get enough oxygen. That's why they feel heavy, stiff, or sore. And here's where niacin makes such a difference. It opens up the small vessels, the capillaries that deliver oxygen to those hard-to-reach places. Think of it like upgrading your plumbing system. When the pipes are wider and cleaner, everything flows better. And when your blood flows better, your whole body feels the difference, from your legs to your brain. So if you've been feeling a little slower, colder, or more tired than usual, don't ignore it. Listen to your body. It's whispering for help before it starts to scream. Doctors are raving about this overlooked vitamin because it's not just about treating symptoms, it's about restoring balance. And you deserve to feel strong, steady, and supported in your body. Now that we've explored how powerful niacin can be for improving circulation and how easy it is to start incorporating it into your diet, let's continue our journey. Because there's another vitamin closely connected to niacin that plays an essential role in keeping your legs strong, your blood flowing, and your heart protected. The vitamin duo that transforms your circulation. In Part 1, we explored the power of vitamin B3, niacin, how it widens blood vessels, enhances oxygen delivery, and restores that much-needed energy and warmth to your legs and feet. But what if I told you that niacin isn't working alone? That there's another vitamin equally essential that teams up with B3 to take your circulation, muscle strength, and even your vascular repair system to a whole new level. Let me introduce you to vitamin B12. Yes, vitamin B12, the one you may have heard, helps with energy and nerve health. But for those over 50, B12 isn't just important. It's absolutely vital. Especially if you're experiencing tingling, weakness in your legs, or a sense of instability when walking. Let me explain why. As we age, the body's ability to absorb vitamin B12 from food decreases significantly. In fact, studies show that up to 30% of adults over 50 may have some degree of B12 deficiency, and most don't even realize it. They just notice they're more tired. Their balance isn't quite what it used to be, or their legs feel shaky. What's happening behind the scenes is something called peripheral neuropathy, a gradual breakdown in the communication between your nerves and muscles. And B12 plays a crucial role in protecting those nerve coatings, called the myelin sheath. Without it, the nerves that control your legs and feet, especially the small nerves responsible for balance and sensation, start to fray. Imagine your nerves as electrical wires. Without insulation, the current gets lost. That's exactly what happens when you're low in B12. The brain sends signals, but the legs don't receive them properly. This leads to numbness, burning, pins and needles, or worse falls. Now let's combine that with poor blood flow from low B3. What you get is a perfect storm. Muscles that don't get enough oxygen and nerves that can't communicate properly. The result? Weakness, wobbliness, that I'm just not steady on my feet anymore, feeling that so many seniors quietly live with. But here's the breakthrough. When B3 and B12 are used together, they create a powerful effect on both the vascular and nervous systems. One improves the flow of nutrients through open vessels. The other strengthens the nervous system so it can actually use those nutrients. It's a full-circle repair process, and it's incredibly effective. Let me share the story of Mr. Trung, a 68-year-old retired bus driver from Kantur. He came to his local clinic complaining of numbness in his toes and cramping calves. At first, he thought it was just from years of sitting. But when they ran his labs, they discovered he was borderline low in both niacin and B12. After 3 months of nutritional support and moderate supplementation, something remarkable happened. The tingling reduced, his walking distance improved, and most of all, his confidence came back. "I feel stable again," he said. "Like I'm not going to fall over just from standing too long." And it's not just about movement. B12 helps produce red blood cells, so when you don't have enough of it, your blood can't carry oxygen efficiently. That leads to fatigue, dizziness, and sometimes even shortness of breath. But when B12 levels are restored, people often say they feel lighter, clearer, or more alive. It's like turning the lights back on inside your body. So, what are the symptoms of B12 deficiency in people over 50? Let's take a look. Numbness or tingling in hands and feet. Difficulty walking or frequent stumbling. Fatigue or weakness. Pale or yellowish skin. Brain fog or poor memory. Mood swings or depression. Shortness of breath. Swollen tongue or mouth ulcers. If you nodded to even 2 or 3 of these, you might want to speak with your doctor or pharmacist about checking your B12 levels. It's a simple blood test, and it can change the trajectory of your health if caught early. And here's the part I want you to remember. B12 isn't something you should wait and see with. By the time symptoms show up, your levels are already dangerously low. Prevention is key, and it starts with nutrition. Now, unlike niacin, B12 is only found in animal-based foods. That means seniors who eat little meat or who follow a vegetarian or plant-based diet are especially at risk. And even if you do eat meat, factors like low stomach acid, long-term use of acid blockers, and aging itself can interfere with B12 absorption. So how can we get enough? Here are some of the best sources of B12. Beef liver, the most concentrated source. Sardines, salmon, tuna, eggs. Dairy products. Fortified cereals or nutritional yeast. And for those who need an extra boost, sublingual B12 supplements that dissolve under the tongue bypass the digestive system entirely and go straight into the bloodstream. This method is especially effective for seniors with absorption issues. Let's get practical. What would a circulation-boosting, nerve-protecting daily routine look like? Breakfast: 1 boiled egg. Whole grain toast with peanut butter, niacin plus protein. A glass of fortified oat milk. Lunch: grilled salmon or tuna salad. Brown rice. Steamed mushrooms and green peas. Dinner: turkey or lean chicken stir-fry with broccoli. A side of sautéed spinach and garlic. Small bowl of miso soup. Snacks: a handful of sunflower seeds or peanuts. A slice of cheese or fortified yogurt. And once per day, consider a low-dose supplement that combines B3, B12, and possibly other circulation-friendly nutrients like magnesium, folate, and CoQ10. But I know that food isn't always easy. Appetite changes, medication schedules, and energy levels can all get in the way. That's why having a smart supplement strategy guided by your healthcare provider can fill the gaps and help you feel better faster. And I want to be clear, this isn't just about numbers on a blood test. This is about how you feel when you get out of bed, how you walk down your street, how confident you feel climbing stairs or walking in the garden. Circulation and nerve health are the foundation of independence. And with B3 and B12 working together, you give your body the tools it needs to heal from the inside out. Now, what about real results? Clinical studies have shown that combining niacin and B12 can improve walking endurance, reduce nighttime leg cramps, and even slow the progression of peripheral artery disease, a condition that affects millions of seniors worldwide. It's not a miracle, it's biochemistry. And it's available to all of us regardless of age. Before we wrap up this part, let's answer a question I get asked all the time. How long does it take to feel a difference? For most people, when supplementing with niacin and B12, subtle improvements appear within 2 to 4 weeks. These include warmer feet and hands, less cramping at night, increased walking distance, less fatigue, better balance, and fewer stumbles. Within 8 to 12 weeks, if used consistently and combined with healthy habits, many people report feeling like they have younger legs. The key, as always, is consistency. Vitamins work gradually, not instantly, but their impact is profound when used properly. And the best part? There are no harsh side effects when you follow safe dosages. Just slow, steady improvement. And that, for so many seniors, is the greatest gift. In the next part of our series, we're going even deeper. Because while B3 and B12 are stars, there's one more hidden vitamin virtually unknown to the public that directly affects how oxygen is delivered to your lower limbs. If you've ever dealt with cold toes, purple feet, or aching calves, this next nutrient might be the final piece of your circulation puzzle. The silent vitamin that unlocks oxygen flow to your legs. In Part 1, we explored vitamin B3, niacin, the vasodilator that helps open up blood vessels and boost flow to your legs. In Part 2, we uncovered the hidden deficiency epidemic of vitamin B12, crucial for nerve health and stable walking. Now, we arrive at Part 3, and it's time to reveal the silent vitamin, the one that rarely makes headlines, yet plays a critical role in how well your blood delivers oxygen, especially to your legs, feet, and even your heart. That vitamin is iron. Yes, plain and simple iron, yet profoundly powerful, especially for those over 50. Let's unpack this. Why iron matters more than you think. Iron isn't just about preventing anemia. It's about making sure every red blood cell in your body can do its job, carrying oxygen from your lungs to your tissues, including the deepest parts of your calves, your toes, your thigh muscles. When iron is low, those red blood cells become small and pale. They can't hold enough oxygen. This means your muscles starve, even if your arteries are open and your heart is pumping well. The result? You walk a short distance and feel exhausted. You climb stairs and your legs feel heavy. You get cold feet, not emotionally, but literally. You feel out of breath even with mild activity. And sometimes you feel dizzy or faint, especially when standing up quickly. These are classic signs of low iron, and yet most people over 60 don't connect them to this simple deficiency, especially women who may have had borderline levels for decades. What's more, as we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which makes it harder to absorb iron from food. Add in common medications like antacids or aspirin, and absorption drops even further. Now here's the twist most people miss. Even mild iron deficiency, not full-blown anemia, can dramatically impact energy, circulation, and muscle strength. In fact, studies show that muscle fatigue from iron deficiency can mimic peripheral vascular disease, even when the arteries are fine. It's like trying to power your muscles with half a battery. The signs you might be low in iron: pale skin or lips, shortness of breath, fatigue that worsens with movement, cold hands and feet, brittle nails or hair loss, dizziness or lightheadedness, restless legs at night, racing heart or palpitations. If these symptoms sound familiar, ask your doctor about a ferritin test. It's more accurate than a basic blood count for assessing your iron stores and can help pinpoint if iron is part of your circulation problem. Natural ways to boost iron without overloading. Before rushing to supplements, let's talk food. Because not all iron is created equal. There are two types of iron. 1. Heme iron, animal-based. This is the most absorbable form, found in red meat, liver, chicken thighs, sardines, clams and oysters. 2. Non-heme iron, plant-based, found in spinach, lentils, tofu, pumpkin seeds, raisins, iron-fortified cereals and bread. Non-heme iron is harder for the body to absorb, but vitamin C can enhance its uptake by up to 500%. That's why a powerful strategy for older adults is to pair iron-rich plant foods with vitamin C sources, such as spinach plus orange slices, lentils plus tomatoes, tofu plus bell peppers, pumpkin seeds plus kiwi or papaya. Avoid pairing iron foods with these, as they reduce absorption. Tea or coffee, tannins block iron. Calcium supplements compete for absorption. High phytate grains like unsoaked oats. Iron, circulation, and brain power. Now here's something surprising. Low iron doesn't just affect your legs, it can also affect your cognitive function. Without enough oxygen delivery, your brain starts to struggle. You may feel foggy, irritable, less focused, prone to mood swings. And when that's combined with low B12, the effect can be profound. This is why restoring circulation isn't just about leg strength, it's about total body vitality. What if you're getting enough iron but still feel tired? This is where it gets interesting. Sometimes, iron is present in your diet, but inflammation in the body prevents it from being used properly. This condition is known as anemia of chronic disease, common in people with arthritis, diabetes, or long-term infections. That's why managing inflammation is just as crucial supplementing iron. And one of the most anti-inflammatory things you can do for your legs? Movement. Movement, the natural circulation booster. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy shoes. You just need gentle, consistent lower body movement that pushes blood back to the heart and massages the vessels in your legs. Here are 3 tried and true movement strategies for seniors to boost leg circulation. 1. Heel-toe pumps while sitting or lying down. How to do it. Sit with your legs straight or lie down. Flex your foot toward your shin, heel down, then point it away, toe down. Repeat 20 to 30 times per foot, 2 to 3 times a day. Why it works. Activates the calf muscle, pump pushing blood upward. Excellent for those who sit for long periods. 2. Seated marching. How to do it. Sit tall in a chair. Lift one knee as if marching, lower it, and alternate. Try 30 to 50 repetitions per session. Why it works. Improves blood flow to hips and thighs and reawakens core strength. 3. Toe raises and calf lifts, standing or holding chair. How to do it. Stand behind a chair for support. Raise up on your toes, hold for 3 seconds, then lower. Repeat 15 to 20 times. Why it works. Strengthens calf muscles, which act as a second heart to pump blood upward from the feet. These simple moves done daily can restore warmth and reduce leg heaviness in just 2 to 3 weeks. Combine that with improved vitamin intake, and your legs will start to feel more alive, more stable, and more confident. A sample iron-boosting meal plan for seniors. Breakfast. Oatmeal with raisins and chopped almonds. A glass of orange juice. Vitamin C booster. Lunch. Grilled chicken thigh. Spinach salad with red peppers and lemon dressing. A slice of whole grain toast. Snack. Pumpkin seeds. Kiwi or papaya slices. Dinner. Stir-fried tofu with broccoli and sesame oil. Brown rice. Miso soup with seaweed. Optional supplement, if approved by your doctor. Low-dose iron plus vitamin C plus B12 combo. Take at least 1 to 2 hours apart from calcium. Let's summarize the key takeaways so far. Vitamin B3, niacin, opens up your blood vessels, improves warmth, and reduces leg cramping. Vitamin B12 supports nerve health and prevents weakness, balance issues, and falls. Iron restores oxygen carrying capacity, reducing fatigue, cold extremities, and dizziness. When these nutrients work together and are combined with simple daily movements, they don't just improve blood flow. They restore independence. They help you stand taller, walk farther, live longer without fear of stumbling or slowing down. Have you ever stood up after a meal or gotten out of bed in the morning, only to feel like your legs were stiff, tingling, or even slightly numb? It's a strange sensation, like your own body isn't quite responding the way it used to. Many seniors think it's just a part of aging. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be that way? The truth is, your legs and feet are constantly working to support your weight, keep your balance, and carry you through your day. And they need proper blood flow to do that efficiently. When blood doesn't circulate well, it's not just discomfort you'll feel. It could be a sign of something more serious down the road. But here's the good news. You can take real, practical steps to support that circulation starting today. No need for complicated programs or expensive gadgets. Just a few smart routines, the right nutrients, and a little bit of movement. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked tools for healthy circulation. Movement first thing in the morning. Most people think of morning routines as brushing teeth and drinking coffee. But what your body really craves, especially your legs, is gentle motion. Start by sitting on the edge of your bed and circling your ankles, slowly 5 to 10 times in each direction. Then flex and point your toes like you're pressing and releasing a gas pedal. This wakes up the calf muscles, the natural pumps that push blood back up toward the heart. Think of it like jump-starting your body's plumbing system after it's been at rest. Next, try a walking-in-place routine. Just 5 minutes, right in your room. No shoes needed. March gently, swing your arms a little, and focus on lifting your knees just a bit higher than usual. It gets the blood flowing without putting pressure on the joints. For extra benefit, do this barefoot on a soft surface. Your foot muscles will activate more, and you might even notice a lightness in your legs after a few days. And if you're someone who prefers calm to motion in the morning, a seated yoga stretch can be just as effective. Reach both hands toward the ceiling as you inhale, then slowly lower them to your knees as you exhale. Do this 5 times, then bend forward slightly and gently stretch your hamstrings. These simple movements help decompress the lower body and allow better blood return from the legs. Now, here's where the magic of nutrition comes in. You've already heard us talk about the importance of vitamin B3 or niacin. But when paired with other key nutrients, it becomes even more powerful. That's where a circulation-focused supplement stack comes in. Let me walk you through a safe and effective stack that many experts are now recommending for older adults dealing with sluggish leg circulation. First, niacin, vitamin B3, but not just any kind. Look for flush niacin or inositol hexacotinate***, depending on your tolerance. The flush form causes a temporary warm sensation as capillaries open. This is actually a sign it's working. Start with a low dose, about 50 milligrams per day, and gradually build up as your body gets used to it. Pair this with L-citrulline, an amino acid that boosts nitric oxide in the blood. This helps blood vessels relax and expand, making it easier for blood to reach the smallest areas of your feet and toes. About 1,000 milligrams daily is a great place to start. Vitamin K2 is another game changer. It helps keep calcium out of your arteries and in your bones where it belongs. Why is that important for circulation? Because stiff arteries can't respond to changes in blood flow. K2 helps maintain the flexibility your vessels need to respond to your body's demands. And we can't forget omega-3 fatty acids. These natural anti-inflammatories reduce the stickiness of blood, allowing it to move more freely. A high-quality fish oil or algae-based omega-3 supplement, with at least 500 milligrams of EPA and DHA combined, can significantly support your vascular health over time. Here's something else many don't consider: hydration and mineral balance. Seniors are often slightly dehydrated and don't realize it. When you're low on water, your blood becomes thicker, more sluggish. Start your day with a warm glass of water and a pinch of sea salt or a mineral drop supplement. This small habit helps maintain blood volume and circulation, especially if you take medications that might deplete electrolytes. One tip I learned from a vascular specialist is incredibly simple, but incredibly effective. Elevate your legs for 10 minutes every afternoon. Lay on your back, place your legs up on a pillow or against a wall, and breathe slowly. This helps reverse the downward pull of gravity, allowing pooled blood to return to your heart and refresh the system. It's like hitting the reset button on your circulation. Of course, there's also the power of foot massage. You don't need a fancy tool, just your hands or a soft massage ball. Start with the arches, roll out any tension, and finish by gently squeezing and releasing the calves. Even 5 minutes can improve local circulation and stimulate the nerves that feed into your legs. Here's something that might surprise you: cold showers or contrast therapy alternating warm and cool. Water on your legs can dramatically boost blood vessel responsiveness. You don't have to go full ice bath. Just finish your shower with 30 seconds of cool water on your legs. The shift in temperature tells your blood vessels to open and close, like a workout for your vascular system. Now, I know not everyone's a fan of cold water. If that's you, try warming your feet before bed. A heating pad or warm foot soak can also promote circulation by relaxing the blood vessels. When your feet are warm, your whole body feels more relaxed, and you might even sleep better. Speaking of sleep, one thing many overlook is the position you sleep in. If your legs are always lower than your heart during sleep, fluid tends to pool. Try placing a soft cushion or rolled towel under your calves, not too high, just a gentle lift. You might be surprised how much less heavy your legs feel in the morning. Now let me ask you this. When was the last time you really thought about your shoes? The wrong footwear can restrict blood flow, compress nerves, and reduce circulation in ways we barely notice. If you're on your feet a lot, invest in shoes with a wide toe box, soft arch support, and flexible soles. Your feet need room to breathe, especially as we age. But here's the most important part. None of this works if we don't stay consistent. Just like brushing your teeth or taking your medications, circulation support needs to be part of your daily rhythm. That doesn't mean overhauling your life. It just means being intentional. Choosing the foot massage instead of another TV show. Swapping one salty snack for a handful of walnuts or beetroot hummus. Adding a few steps in the living room during a phone call. You're not just doing this for your legs. You're doing it so you can keep walking through life with confidence, whether it's shopping with your grandkids, strolling by the lake, or just standing in your garden watching the flowers bloom. Remember, your legs carry your history. They've walked miles of memories. Let's help them carry you a little further, a little stronger, and a little more comfortably. So, here we are, at the end of this journey together, one that's taken us through the winding paths of leg and foot circulation, the quiet wisdom of natural remedies, and the steady rhythm of daily routines. If you've made it this far, I want you to pause just for a moment and give yourself credit. Why? Because choosing to learn about your body, to understand its signals, and to take action in your later years isn't always easy. But it is one of the most courageous and empowering things you can do. Let's take a step back and remember why we began. It wasn't just about cold feet, swollen ankles, or tingling toes. It was about something deeper. Your freedom. Your freedom to move without pain, to take that walk in the park, to join your family for dinner without needing to sit down every few minutes, to live with strength, dignity, and grace no matter your age. And we discovered something powerful along the way. That your legs are more than limbs. They are your foundation. They are your lifeline. They are your story in motion. We've talked about gentle exercises like ankle circles, foot flexes, and mindful walking that spark circulation without stress. We explored morning routines that activate your body's internal pumps and evening habits that reset tired legs for deep, restful sleep. We shared the top nutrients, from niacin and L-citrulline to omega-3 south and vitamin K2 that act like fuel for your blood vessels, keeping them open, relaxed, and flowing. We even covered the little things like warming your feet, elevating your legs, or slipping into better shoes that can make a big difference when practiced with care and consistency. But most importantly, I hope we've shifted something inside you. Not just what you do, but how you see yourself. Because you are not broken. You are not too old. You are not beyond healing. In fact, you are wiser than ever. More tuned into your body than ever. And you now carry the tools to support yourself in ways that medicine alone can't always provide. You carry the ability to circulate more than just blood. You circulate hope, energy, and vitality through every part of your life. So let me ask you, gently but sincerely, what step will you take today? Will you start your morning with those 5 ankle circles? Will you finally give your legs the gift of that warm foot soak? Will you pause and stretch before bed, even just for a minute? Or maybe, will you help someone else? A friend, a parent, a partner by sharing what you've learned. Because that, too, is a gift. Your health journey is not a race. It's a quiet walk, sometimes uphill, sometimes winding, but always worth it. And as you take those steps, please know, you're not walking alone. I'll be here, creating more videos, sharing more guidance, and cheering you on with every beat of my heart. Because I believe in your body's ability to heal, and I believe in you. If this video touched something in you, please leave a comment and share your experience. What worked? What surprised you? What would you like to explore next? And don't forget to subscribe. This channel is your space, a space for health, for healing, and for hope. Let's keep growing stronger together. Until next time, may your steps be steady, your heart be light, and your legs carry you forward with strength, one beautiful day at a time. Take care and keep walking. Your story isn't finished yet. If you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to hit the like button. It helps YouTube know this is content worth sharing. And if you'd like to continue this journey of better health after 60 with me, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on simple, life-changing tips to help you live healthier, happier, and more independently each day. Feel free to leave a comment below, whether it's about your own experience with poor circulation or how you felt watching this video. I read every single one, and your stories truly mean a lot. And if you have a loved one who struggles with leg cramps, numbness, or trouble walking, please share this video with them. Sometimes, one small action can make a big difference in someone's life.